Hi CLAT Aspirants, this is Noni Mehta and today I'm presenting my views on the topic which is going to be very helpful for all of you. You all are asking me, ma'am, reading comprehension, how to solve it, what are the strategies should be like, कैसे करें, कैसे marks सबसे ज़्यादा आए हैं ना in reading comprehension. So today I'm here to tell you about the game plan to master this reading comprehension thing. See, English is all about reading comprehension, you know it, right? So how to improve that? Okay, so let's see some of the strategies through which you can get maximum marks in reading comprehension. So what do you have to do? The first and the foremost thing is get acquainted yourself with the common passage themes. What do you mean by this common passage themes? Like the passages are coming from business passages or the philosophy passages or the psychology passages, economics passages, I've already mentioned the name, and various other literature passages or something like, anecdotal kind of passages also there. So the experiences of somebody. So you know about it, that what are these? Okay? They are different segments, so you have to read those kinds, that vivid and wide reading kind of thing should be there, diversified kind of reading should be there, so that you can get familiar with all the kind of themes, right? So please read all the kinds of passages which come in the exam. Everything is important. So just come out from your comfort zone. It's not only कि जो मुझे पसंद है, the kind of, if I like Bollywood only, if I like something related to science only or economics, I'm just reading those. No, not at all. So just come out from your comfort zone and keep on reading those material also, probably which you don't like it. Okay, because in CLAT anything can come, right? So diversified reading and read widely and get acquainted, right? Next, practice speed reading. It is the very point which I want to stress, the most important point. Problem ये है कि we understand the passage, okay, we are understanding the questions also, probably we are understanding the vocabulary also, but we couldn't complete the paper on time, okay, and we have to complete the paper in time, right? तो ये कैसे हो सकता है? Through speed reading. Only speed reading can help you in solving the problem. You have to increase your WPM, that is, words per minute. So how many words you're reading in a minute? That is very important, and actually you have to improve it. So how you can do? By applying these techniques, scanning and skimming. What is scanning? Scanning is all about remembering those keywords, those key sentences, those key topic sentences, and other important points. So please फटाफट जरा सरसरी निगाहों से फटाफट ये सब words, keywords पढ़िए, so that you can understand the gist of the passage. And what is skimming? Skimming it to cut short the length of the passage. How you can do it? How you can do it? It's like not reading those unwanted material, probably those preposition, helping verb which are not at all important, and reading those wanted material. That means noun, pronoun, okay? And some of the conjunctions also, those are also important. So please read those words so that you can understand the gist of the passage, right? So please, you have to apply this technique, scanning and skimming. So one should focus on the key information related to the main idea or the introduction or the conclusion. So जब आपको इन सब के बारे में पता होगा, तो आपके जो questions होंगे, you'll solve it so fast. You have to solve the passage within 5 minutes or probably 5 and at the most 5.5 minutes. Okay? That is at the most, but within 5 minutes you have to solve one passage. That should be the speed, and only through scanning, skimming and focusing on right thing you can achieve your target, right? Next, enhance your vocabulary, your faculties, and of course me also. I'm telling you to improve the vocabulary, to build up your vocabulary, but how to go about it? आपका problem ये एक तो English नहीं पसंद, या if English you like it, you don't like vocabulary. So many words, it's a sea. What should I do? You have to apply these techniques, root words, mnemonics, flashcards, and enjoy word games and puzzles. Why not? See, the thing which you are going to enjoy it, you are going to love it and you'll put more efforts in that. तो जब तक किसी चीज़ से प्यार नहीं होगा तब तक वो चीज़ आप कर नहीं सकते हो. तो प्यार करना पड़ेगा vocabulary से. So what you have to do, root words, you know it, है ना. एक root word होता है, if you know the meaning of that root word, you probably know the meaning of many words which originate from that root word. So एक दिन कभी रूट वर्ड कर लिया. नेक्स्ट इज निमोनिक्स. व्हाट इज निमोनिक्स? एसोसिएशन टेक्निक, है ना. थ्रू एनीथिंग, थ्रू अप्लाइंग एनी मीन्स, you have to learn any word. It's quite a creative method. Okay, so anybody who is interested in creative method, apply mnemonics. Next is flashcards. Flashcards, what is there? One card is there in which you have written that difficult word and the meaning and synonyms on one side and the antonyms on the other side. So every day you are revisiting that flashcard. Acha chalo, abhor ka, okay, meaning is hate, dislike. This is the synonym and this is the antonym, right? So you're revising it. So please you have to make it. Please make those flashcards. Of course, word games, puzzles, kahin se bhi mile, through online medium, through anywhere, find it out and solve them. In that way, vocabulary will become interesting for you and you would love to enhance your vocabulary and build up your vocabulary, which is actually the prominent portion as far as reading comprehension concerned, and reading comprehension is the only thing which come in the English section. Okay? So directly linked to the English section. Next is you have to understand, you must understand the logical reasoning given in the passage. What is the logical flow? What is the logical sequencing? What is step 1 happened, then step 2, then step 3, how the story goes about it. And from X to Y, Y to Z, how it happened. You should basically understand that logical sequencing. And why it is important for the inferences based question, for the implicit based questions, okay, to solve them. Because whatever is written in the passage, you can do it. But what is not written in the passage, which you have to deduce it, what author wants to say it, you can only do it by understanding the logical flow and sequencing. So just note or probably highlight what is the introduction, what is the body, what is the conclusion. Then you can understand that logical flow. And always, practice analytical and critical reasoning questions, which is going to help you in not only in your critical reasoning section but also in the English reasoning also. Okay, English reasoning, that means the inferences based questions of English section, right? Very important thing. After increasing the speed, I would say this is second most important thing. Next is learn effective note making technique. You may say it, see, we have read the passage but we forget everything, okay? Or probably in the end we remember only those unimportant points. So how we can improve it, right? Because philosophy thing, it's quite difficult, Sometimes they are talking about A, and in the next line they go to Z, and you are like confused, what is this happening? Where is B, C, D, E? So for understanding especially those philosophy, psychological passages, this note making technique. And in fact in literature also so many names are there and you are confused, is it a name of something or is it the vocabulary word, right? So for all those things I would suggest you to just apply this strategy, note making technique. Now how? Highlight those key points, main idea, those supporting arguments which are supporting that main idea. Summarize those main ideas and use numbering for the clarity. ठीक है, एक पैराग्राफ का समरी and just number it. For example, in one paragraph, what is that important one line, two line, one sentence or two sentences, right? So just number it 1, 2, right? In the next paragraph, probably 3 points are important. Then number it 3, 4, 5, and in the next paragraph, probably only 1 point is important. So highlight it. And in totality, we have got 6 main points in the whole passage. So just recall it that in this paragraph, these 2 points are important. In the second paragraph, 3 points are important. And in the whole passage, total 6 points are important, which are constructing this whole story, right? So note making technique, you should know about it and you should go about it. Next is practice previous year papers for insight. Why? है ना, इन एवरी पॉइंट आई एम सेइंग दिस थिंग वाई, क्योंकि आपके साथ भी एक क्वेश्चन आएगा वाई, क्यों करना है. Because to understand the exam format, excuse me, and then you have to identify those recurring topics. They keep on coming in the exam. Probably literature and psychology or philosophy passages, they are coming every year. Okay? Economic passages, they are coming once in 3 years. So that you have to understand. And it can only happen by practicing previous year paper. Right? So please download them, and you can get it from LPT also, Law Prep Tutorial, those previous year papers, and solve them thoroughly. So, and through that you can also practice your speed and accuracy. Put the timer on, put the stopwatch, okay? And how many minutes are you taking to solve one passage, or solving 4 passages, or the whole English section? How much time you are taking it? So do use this timing thing, and identify your strengths and weaknesses by solving those previous year papers. And many mock tests you have to give. At least 20 mock tests in a month you have to give it, okay? So you can say practice previous year papers or practice mock tests, but yes, solve n number of mock tests and do the analysis. Through analysis you can evaluate your strengths and weaknesses. I'm good, for example, I'm good at science passages, but I'm not good at psychology passages. So how to overcome my problem, right? So you can understand those strategies also, through which you can overcome your problem also, okay? And if you're facing any problems related to, people are facing problems in philosophy and literature also, so I'll tell you some good websites also. See here, like I would say eon.com. Read articles and essay from Eon. It's a must. You should. Next, for philosophy, if you're facing any problem, okay, so Philosophy Now. In fact, I'll tell you now, eon.com, Philosophy Now, and Literature Hub for the literature portion, Scientific American for the science passages, right? So go through these websites, Eon, Philosophy Now, Scientific American, and Literature Hub. Your problem would be solved. But you have to religiously, dedicatedly read it. So only by reading novels cannot, or only by reading newspapers, the problem cannot be solved. You are doing it for your news, you are doing it for your current affairs, that's newspaper reading, that's well and good. So 3 hours reading, it's a must. 1.5 hours for it's absolutely for newspaper reading, and 1.5 hours from these websites or the novel reading. So in totality, 3 hours reading for 11th standard, or you are in 12th standard, or you are a dropper, you have to dedicate, right? So through this you can overcome your weakness. Next is utilize these online resources and apps for preparation. Why not? This digital media, this is a digital world. So you would be finding many more apps, and one more app for vocabulary I would suggest is the Hindu Vocab app. It's a very good app to improve your vocabulary. So why not to go? Why not to use that app? So please, any other material which you are getting from online, and LPT is also sending so many material through online medium, and app is there. So why not to go from that, right? So please utilize these resources which you are getting it. It's a digital world, and it can only help you, okay? Perhaps, if you're distracted from that, that's another thing. But otherwise, if you're talking only about the study materials, it's not going to distract you, those online resources and apps. Join study groups for synergic learning. What do you mean by synergy? Kind of collaborative learning. See, you have joined Telegram, and in Telegram, there's so many study groups are there. So how they are going to help you? because you would be meeting those like-minded people who are giving CLAT, है ना? And if you're facing some problem in reading comprehension, some of the students would also be facing problem in solving reading comprehension. Probably the kind of strategy you are applying for getting maximum marks in reading comprehension, it's getting flopped. नहीं चल रही है वो आपकी strategy. But their strategy is working. ठीक है, वी ऑल्सो सजेस्ट यू सम ऑफ द स्ट्रेटजीज, लेकिन आप कंफ्यूज हो चुके हैं एंड प्रोबेबली एनी अदर थिंग वुड बी देयर, तो दोज स्टडी ग्रुप्स are beneficial for you. In that case, they give you that kind of environment where you can talk, right, where you can chat and you can share your problems and you can get the suggestions also. However, for all those suggestions and other things, your faculty is there, but still, this kind of environment learning would definitely help you in getting good marks in reading comprehension. And of course, you can use this strategy in logical reasoning, in legal reasoning, and current affairs and quant also. Okay? But specifically for reading comprehension, this would be beneficial. So these are some strategies which you should apply so that your problem, whichever you are facing in reading comprehension, would be diminished. And just evaluate your performance in every mock test, in every mock paper, in every previous year paper which you have solved, and then understand your problem and overcome the barrier. That is the last and the final word which I would like to say you. So do follow these strategies. I hope they would be beneficial for all of you and immense help for you. Thank you so much.